All right, so I think we'll go ahead and get started. This is Julia Santagata from Rumsey Electric. I am one of the automation system group managers here at Rumsey. As you guys are probably familiar with, we have a team of specialists, and since we can't take our typical educational sessions to you guys, we thought we would start this series of quote-unquote locked-in lunch and learns to take some of the educational material we typically present out to you guys. And so the first topic that we thought we'd present, while everybody is under a lot of stress with everything going on, is around using your support agreement like an extra engineer. And so I will introduce David Beroyer. For those that haven't met him, David joined our team a few months ago. He is one of our industrial solutions specialists and has a wide variety of a background, primarily in industrial manufacturing, but in a multitude of positions, including quality and plant engineering. He's also a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt certified individual. His current focus is on identifying services that our customers can use to improve safety, quality, or efficiency. So in this case, he wanted to talk about what you might be able to leverage in some of your support agreements to help improve efficiency. And so with that, David, I think I'd like to turn it over to you.
Great. Thanks, Julia.
You're welcome.
So good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here today, especially during these difficult times. And a special thank you to everyone who's been working in the supply chain to help keep America going. My name is David Beroyer, and I'm going to be discussing TechConnect support. And during today's discussion, we're going to be going over, the different ways that TechConnect can help your organization, the features and benefits of TechConnect support, because there's a lot of information out there that we see that our customers might not know that they have. There's different levels of support that we're going to go over, different ways in which you can access information and get help. And finally, we're going to go over how to obtain or upgrade a contract. And we're also going to go into something that's been a really hot topic lately, and that's eLearning. So just a little introduction and background for myself. I know Julia touched on it a little bit. I'm the Industrial Solutions Specialist with Rumsey. I've been with Rumsey for about 4 months now. But prior to Rumsey, I was with one of the world's leading cosmetic manufacturers. And when I first started with them, I was an analytical chemist. And during that time, I did a lot of qualitative and quantitative studies on raw materials and finished goods. I learned a lot about color during that time. After that, I moved into a quality engineering role. And during that time, that's where I learned how to really use data as a tool to help make better decisions. It's also where I earned my Lean Six Sigma Black Belt. Next, I moved into an industrial engineering role. And that's where I did a lot of projects. They were either at the plant level or the campus level. And they were on new automation systems or just better process improvement. And finally, I was a plant engineer, and during that time, I had the privilege of leading a really talented group of mechanics. And I was also able to be a part in some really cool and cutting-edge automation projects. So I've got a pretty extensive experience in manufacturing, and after I earned my Lean Six Sigma Black Belt, that's when I really learned that I love helping people solve their problems, whether it's in the individual setting or a team setting. That's just my passion, is helping people. Go really deep into TechConnect and all the features and benefits. I just want to talk about, what's today's operations support teams? What do they look like? You can have a team of engineers, and it can include process, quality, industrial, manufacturing, validation engineers. And there could be other support staff with those teams too, like line operators and mechanics. Or you can just have an operation that's very lean, and you just have technicians and operators. But either way, I think we can all agree that, at the end we want to make a product or a service, and one that's done right the first time. But that doesn't always happen, does it? No, we face challenges. And I've got 2 challenges that I just wanted to discuss that I think was going to resonate with a lot of you. So I remember when I was first started my plant engineering role, we had a resource that it was probably our top revenue generating resource. It ran all the time, but it was 16 years old. So naturally we had one of our better mechanics on the line. This guy was super talented too, almost 20 years of experience with the company. But mind you, he had no training on drives or PLCs or any of the software associated with the system. He was just a good mechanic. So we ran into this issue on the line. One of the robot modules, a conveyor wouldn't index, right? The robot would go do its pick, conveyor wasn't moving. So the technician decides it's probably a drive. He's going to go troubleshoot it. Well, a few hours go by, and now the plant manager is asking, hey, what's going on with the line? We're losing money. He's getting antsy. I'm new. I don't know what to do. So several more hours go by, and now it's, all right, we got to do something. We got to call the OEM. Call the OEM? Sure, we'll send a service engineer out. But remember, the line's 16 years old. So their service engineer, who's most familiar with that line, he's on another service call. So we got to wait. So now we wait a day. We're experiencing more downtime. We still don't know how to fix the issue. We got to pay for travel time and minimum hours too. Service engineer comes in, finds the issue in about 5 minutes, and it wasn't even the drive. It was a line of code in the PLC. And I have a feeling that I know I'm not the only one who's experienced something like that. Another issue that I had, this was years ago during my industrial engineering days, we had a brand new resource that was going to come in. State-of-the-art technology. Senior leadership super excited. They're spending millions of dollars on this project. And the line comes in, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's awesome. OEM did a great job. But when we do first startup, it's not running properly, or it's not running at the outcome that we expected it to. What is it doing? It's actually following the Weibull distribution model. And for those who aren't too familiar with that, I'm going to go over that a little bit later. So the OEM ends up spending about 30 days more at our plant than they wanted to. And they got other projects to handle, so they can't spend all their time with us. And the reality is they had to move on, and they can't fix or troubleshoot what our team should have been able to do. Because in the end, the root cause was just troubleshooting and quality issues that we were experiencing from our other vendors. So moral of the story there is we spend $1 million on a brand new resource. We don't get the outcome we expect. Orders are backed up. The supply chain's messed up. And really it's just, we didn't supply the right training and we had quality issues. Really, it's a translation, unplanned downtime, and the skills gap. I think we experience this a lot, whether it's a public utility or manufacturing, and it's a killer. Unplanned downtime can cost thousands of dollars. I remember when I used to do data analysis as an industrial engineer or quality engineer, we would go over reports like this all the time. And then when you look at the skills gap, that stat there, that 2.5 million jobs that aren't going to be filled in eight years, that's from Deloitte and the Manufacturing Institute. They do this study every couple of years, and the latest one was from 2018. That's just my little funny slide there. Robots building robots, but they can't fix each other. So what's really the problem with unplanned downtime? Well, you're going to have production scheduling issues. You can end up having quality issues. I remember times during my career where a line would go down, we would think we fixed an issue, and all we did was just cause more problems downstream. If you're having scheduling issues, you're going to end up having overtime, and that's going to cost you in labor. If you have engineering teams that rely on data to help make better business decisions, you're going to end up having more bad data. Like if you think of your OEE, if you're not getting the right downtime or the right troubleshooting time, your performance is going to be off, and you're going to make the wrong decision. And if you're a lean team, you're going to end up spending a lot more money on outside services. And finally, you're going to lose money, You're going to have delivery issues, and nobody wants to sit on product. So how's TechConnect going to help you? Well, first, you're going to get the right data to help drive equipment improvements. You're going to reduce unplanned downtime, get your machines up and running faster when an issue occurs. You'll rely less on outside service calls. You're going to give your maintenance team the confidence to engage in equipment failures. I mean, how many times has a night shift team member left something down for the day shift guy because they were inexperienced, they didn't know, how to troubleshoot? Keep your assets up to date with the latest software and firmware. And finally, it's a remote service. So that's going to translate to you getting quicker response times and faster problem resolution. So there's 4 levels of TechConnect support. We're going to go into each one individually. You have application support, system support. This is just going to cycle through product and self-assist. And these support systems range from on-demand services to in-depth, hands-on application management. Each level has benefits based on the skill level of your team and the complexity of your operation. Also, each level is going to give you access to Online Support Center, which is a very useful tool, and we're going to go over that in a little bit. Do we have any questions so far?
I think we're good, David. The only thing we didn't mention is that TechConnect is really focused at the Rockwell Automation product portfolios. I don't know if that goes without saying, but just to clarify there.
Sure. All right, so the first level of support is going to be your self-assist. So self-assist is on demand. It's available around the clock. And there are tools on the online portal that we're going to go over shortly. But this service, it's going to help you achieve faster downtime recovery, reduce maintenance costs. It'll give you better visibility to asset obsolescence and software upgrades. So this would be a great option if you have internal automation experts or you just have simple systems within your facility. Next, you have product support. So this is exactly what it says it is. If you have a problem with an HMI, a problem with a PLC, a drive, this is the support you want to engage with. So it's going to help you, again, get up and running faster. You've got technical support specialists. They can help install, configure, troubleshoot, or diagnose technical issues. And if you look at some of the options on the screen there, if you have a service that's open 24 hours or even have a night shift, you can set it up so that you have around-the-clock support. And if you work in an area where it's loud, you have chat support. We're going to go over that a little bit later too. Next, we have system support. So system, you're going to get everything that we talked about with product and self-assist. But now just think, if you have a bunch of components together, that's your system. So now we bring out the big guns. Now when you call in, if you have an issue, the engineers that you're going to talk to have at least 11 years of automation experience. And they're going to use every tool they have available to help you resolve your issue. And they're going to stay with you from start to finish. So this is a great tool if you have, technical support, like great technical support knowledge and complex systems. Another great benefit too is, again, you can get that around-the-clock support for a 24-hour operation. The chats are there available. And finally, the Cadillac, application support. So this is the most comprehensive service. And with this, you're going to get a team of engineers that will come in and fully understand your support system or application. You'll be able to set up dedicated phone and email support with this. The engineers that come in and review your system, they're going to take a look at the electrical drawings. They're going to get code familiarization. They're going to totally understand the components and product in the application. You can set up periodic performance reviews. You can even set up remote monitoring if you want to. This way you have some outside eyes looking in to help you get up faster. So at Rumsey, it's important for us to make sure that our customers are getting the best value for the products that we offer. And here, I'm just going to go through some statistics that we monitor to make sure our customers are getting the most out of TechConnect support. So if you see on the screen, each year there's over 26,000 contracts. Excluding application support, the average TechConnect contract is $1,500 a year. That's $4 a day, basically, or you can get support for your systems. 82% renewal rate. Again, that excludes application support. If you look at just application support alone, it's a 95% renewal rate on that product. Our engineers experience 2,000 calls a day, so people are using it. We know they are. And the average time it takes to get to speak to an engineer is 1 minute and 33 seconds. And there's over 16 call centers throughout the globe. There's over 450 technical support engineers. And this is the most important stat, 98% customer satisfaction rate. So we know our customers really, they use it and they like it. So now we're going to get into the different types of knowledge that you can access. First is the knowledge base. So with the knowledge base, you can almost think of it like Rockwell's Google. So here you can access over 67,000 articles. These articles are viewed over 5 million times a year. And if you have a question or you're researching something, most of the time somebody's already asked that question. So you'll be pretty sure to find it. The other thing too is if you contact one of the Rumsey specialists, that's probably the first place we're going to go to also. So it's a really useful tool. And just know too, this is actually where you're going to go and you can check on your software updates. You can see on the screen there some screenshots. And again, if you have questions, you can always reach out to your Rumsey specialist. The next place to get information would be the forums. Now, not only is this a great tool to network and ask questions, it's just great if you're doing research. And on this community, many of the members, or some of the members, they're actually Rockwell service engineers, and some of these people have over 30 years of experience. So if you ever go rifling through, you'll see there's some really, really deep conversations going on, real technical conversations. And then you have chat live. So again, if you work in an organization where it's either noisy or there's times where you have phone restrictions, you can't make calls, chat live's a great feature. And it's even mobile friendly too, so you can get on your phone and do the chat there too. I know in today's day and age, some of our technicians only like using their thumbs instead of picking up the phone and calling. Next, you have submit a question or email. Again, this is a great tool if you're doing research and you don't need an answer right away, or let's say you want to look something up on the knowledge base and you don't feel like doing it. Well, you can submit your question through here and just let our service engineers do it for you. Finally, you have phone support. This is where you need immediate access to support. This will help you get up and running faster. And a great feature here is for every commodity, there's a direct line for that commodity. So when you call up, you're going to get the right engineer and you're going to get the right resolution faster. And I have links at the end of the presentation that can take you to this page. And just note too, whenever you call up, you're going to need your support agreement number. And the Rumsey team, we're here to help. So if you don't know it, you can't find it, just contact one of us and we'll help you out. A couple other features with TechConnect support. You have your Genius webinar. Now this is available for product support and above, and this is a great tool if you want to learn some additional information. The Genius webinars, they're hour-long technical presentation. They provide tips, best practices, do demonstrations on Rockwell products and solutions. Great tool. Finally, you got eLearning. This is a super hot and very popular topic right now. There's been a lot of on-site class cancellations, and some of our customers are actually just looking for something to do or something for their team members to do during downtime. The nice thing about eLearning is you're still going to get the CEUs associated if you were to take the class in person. And currently there's 15 courses available. There's 5 more to come before the end of this year. And there's also, this covers 5 different areas. So you've got control logics, motion, power control, visualization, and industrial networking. It's also remote too, and it's a great TechConnect partner. And the reason I say that is when you look at this next slide here, if you were going to get a single course, you don't have a TechConnect contract, you're looking at $726. But once you get into a TechConnect contract, no matter what it is, you're going to get huge savings. So again, that single course is now only $482. And then the next level for a single license, you get 12 months access to every class for $27.90, and that's usually almost going to be a price for a single in-person course. And then the other 2 options are just for minimum order quantities of licenses for 10 and then 50. And you see that you get more discount.
David, I have a question. Are these courses that are online, are they short half-an-hour snippets like this, or are they more equivalent to what would have been a 3-day in-person class? What are those classes like?
Good question. So actually, I'm going through one myself now, and they're very detailed. They can take, if you were to go straight through the course without taking any breaks, it would take you 7 hours to get through just the first course that I'm going through, and that's normally that's a 2-day in-person course. So I haven't opened up any of the other ones, but some of the other ones are 4-day courses, so there's more information in there. It's going to take you longer. But the nice thing too is they're flexible. You can go in and out of the course anytime you want. It saves your place. It's seamless.
Great, that's what I thought. That they're numbered like CCP 183 as if they were the equivalent to the in-person classes. That's what I thought they were. And to me, this is one of the biggest hidden unknowns, is that if you're a TechConnect contract holder, you get this huge discount on eLearning.
Correct.
Very nice.
There's also other trainings that Rumsey offers that we want to make sure our customers know about too. I know safety was a big part of the last organization I was with, and it was always hard to get training involved. It's hard getting a group of like your maintenance team off the floor to sit in a class. So here with real-time safety, it's online or on demand, and you have so many different safety courses. And the general topics are general safety equipment, PPE, and safety management. And again, I have a link that'll take you to this site. Now, if you are interested in either upgrading or getting more information about TechConnect, you can contact Doug Metz. He's our other industrial solutions consultant, or myself. Here's some links. Give everyone a second to take a snapshot.
The only other comment that I guess I would just throw in is that there are a few people on here that I know have Rockwell partnership toolkits. And so inherently, if you are a toolkit holder, as far as having the software and the support associated with that, you inherently do have a support contract with Rockwell. And so therefore, any of the associated, training and e-learning and that type of stuff is accessible at the support contract level, just so that everybody's aware of that.
All right. With that, thank you guys for joining. Please, I posted at the very beginning the link of all of the topics. Some of them will be pretty technical. Some of them will be tips and tricks. Some of them will be application specific, or maybe new software versions or other thing highlights. Please feel free to take a look and join us for some future ones every Tuesday and Thursday. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.